Nagito. Oh my goodness. Burns down Evie's wares and despairs? Luckily, I have Nagito insurance. He swears it was an accident. Izzy says he saw the whole thing and he burned it down deliberately. Well, Izzy, I'm gonna say it was an accident, but I'll tell you guys legit. I paid Nagito to burn it down. I'm cashing that insurance. Oh, it's true. Haha. Good day, good people. It's another fine day in the year of the Zenith Toon Link. Dave, Bravo, Anomaly, the Anomaly car's right behind me. Fumi is the man who's ready for a silent night. But to most of you United States, welcome back to another phenomenal, fantastic, one step closer to the finales, one step closer to the fight before Christmas, but one step closer to today's a Danganronpa, Hunger Games. How do you do? Good day to you. Today, much like I said moments ago, before at the start of this episode of the Hunger Games, I said, prepared for a silent night. Oh yes, this is the Silent Night episode. Silent Night, Holy Night. We're Christmas caroling, and most importantly, we got I think the 6th quietest, and it's hard to say that because I'll be frank, this is a loud cast. Danganronpa, they got some loud folks, but I think I picked the 6th quietest or have quiet moments Danganronpa characters from each of the franchise, each of the installments. Go ahead, let's look at them, starting with good old Makoto Naegi. We got Chihiro, Kyoko, Mukuro, Sakura. I think more posed or poised than quiet, but still quiet nonetheless. Master of Meditation, and then we have Toko, of course. Danganronpa 2, we see Mikan. Peko is probably the quietest of the bunch. Sonya, Fatsugami's quiet about his past. Chiaki, she gets that gamer focus where you're so like focused you don't say a word, you're like, the game, I gotta beat this. And then Nagito, because they tied that man's up and gagged him. Go Ultra Spare Girls, we got Kurakuma. Now I know, this looks like a really crazy pick, but he's got that mute function, and Monica uses it all the time, and that man's just silent. Komaru's here. Nagisa's probably the quietest member of the Warriors of Hope. Taichi, Haiji, and then Shirakuma, who I guess also fairly quiet, knows when it's his turn to speak. Danganronpa V3. Monodam was unfortunately bullied into quietness for the good start of the chunk of the game. Maki, Rantaro, Ryoma, Shuichi, and Himiko all here from V3, and then Danganronpa 3 we see young Mitarai. We see Seiko, Izuyoi, Quiet Maya, the quietest of them all, Daisaku, and Kizakura. And as I actually do a quick, I got a control plus here. There we go. That's about the size that it usually is. And so, without further ado, this is the part where I'd usually get the wheel and I'd say, oh, it's time to see if this is going to be for the championship. And I will do that after y'all have been asking for a minute. Asking me, Avi, who won those votes? Who's going on to the Rumble? I'll tell you, the poll has closed. And so, I think it's time we do a little bit of announcing. Joining via your votes. Let's start with the ladies. The fight before Christmas Rumble. From Danganronpa to your most selected lady, be it to my dismay, freaking Sayaka. From Danganronpa 2, a very close battle. However, Pekka, shockingly enough, comes out on top. From Ultra Spare Girls, this one was fun to watch because it was a battle back and forth, but after she was announced for the tag team action, for the tag team championship matches, some people changed their votes, and a certain Mama came out on top. Kotoko took second place in that poll, but Mama, she took first. V3 we see, surprisingly enough, Miss Tinko joins the Rumble. Tinko, this was the closest one, surprisingly. I'm probably gonna give the second place person. I won't reveal who that is. The second place person's probably also gonna go to the Rumble because I think they're a good ins and odds. And of course, from Danganronpa 3, this was easily the landslide victory. This was the only landslide victory because with half of the votes, literally 50% of the votes, Miss Seika took this one. And you know what? We might as well today go over to the boys as well. Let's see who you guys picked. When it comes to the gentlemen, okay, there were two landslides. This one wasn't 50%, but I'll tell you what. Our current champion of champions, Chihiro, is going on to the men's rumble. As we go on, we see Danganronpa 2. Oh, it's true. Gundam is Rumble bound. The Supreme Overlord of Ice is heading to the Rumble. And as we go to, oops, I accidentally closed that tab while I was looking at it. But don't worry, because I opened it back up just enough time to see that from Alternate Square Girls, you guys knew that it couldn't be a battle without him. And so you selected the one and only Yuta joins the Rumble. It's interesting because I'm pretty sure you guys can see all of the characters who are on the Rumble right now, but I'm still going through one at a time. Look. This one was also very, very close. Very, very close. A difference of 2 votes. 3 votes separated this one. Ladies and gentlemen, Gonta from Danganronpa V3. The big beefy buff beefy bug boy is going to be brawling come December 24th. And then, last but not least, we come down to Danganronpa 3 boys. Mitarai was in first place once again up until I said this man's will be fighting for the title. People changed their minds. They were like, well, who else? Who else deserves some opportunity? Let me tell you. Not just the great Gozu, but the greatest Gozu of all time will be joining that Rumble match. And so those were your votes. But we still got a couple more people to put in. 5 more from each. Being Danganronpa characters of my selection to best counter the people who you guys picked in, who put in ours. I'll tell you what, I got some good counters ready, but there's still one more thing we gotta do on the train to actually starting this episode. It is. In 3, 2, 1. There it is. Lo and behold, I just got a wheel. I just got a wheel. I just got a wheel. But I wonder if chaos reigns. We're gonna find out. This wheel, it doth spin. Let me put it a little bit more this way. There we go. Are you ready? Chihiro? Sonia? Are you targeting that man's? Let's find out. It is chaos is not gonna reign, which means there's still a decent chance, as we close that off, a decent chance that we see one last scramble match. Or I guess tomorrow we could also see scramble action. I think there's a 1 in 5 chance? 1 in 4 chance, actually. I think a 1 in 4, a 25% chance. Next Friday in the 1 vs 100 episode. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if that's a scramble match? Oh my gosh. I'm kind of hoping for it. Imagine the chaos that we'll see in that one. And that being said, make your picks. First, second, and third. First of all, who do you think the quietest character in Danganronpa is? And then hit me with your things for first, second, and third. Because your comments are important. Your comments are fantastic. They are delightful, much like this one. Much like that one. And actually, there's one specific one that I want to read. And it's from OC Action, actually. Because I think it needs to be addressed from Zhao Julio, aka the creator of JFJ. This is JFJ speaking. So, AV, you're going to send jabs at the end of the video, huh? Need to remind you, AV Mania? The squad didn't beat Sayaka. And then what happens at the main event? Pimp Kazuichi pimp slaps you twice for the count. And you stay on the ground bleeding and crying like a baby, proving the entourage superiority. That AV Mania is dead. Since day one-ish. And guess what those mana coins I earned from the OCs? It's the entourage's biggest income. And all those OC title shots because of my deals, even today, Kim got that. They love me and that's no lie. Today, AV, you stepped a line you shouldn't have crossed. I challenge you for a Hell in a Cell match at the fight before Christmas to show the world who you truly are, a guy who plays by favoritism, and step up to the game. If you lose, AV, you need to say in public that the entourage was always better than the squad, and you will step down from being its leader. But if I lose, JFJ is gone forever, alongside the contracts, the mana coins, and his legacy. Afraid, AV, you should be, and believe me when I say at the Christmas, it's not going to be turkey at dinner, but a chicken cold Dave TikTok AV TikTok. Put my suspense music back on. You thought that I wouldn't respond to that? You're giving me full opportunity to sit here and cut a promo. I see your words. They weren't jabs that I shot at JFJ. In that OC episode, no, I only spoke the truth. You see, there's 3 certainties in life, and those are, oh, hold on. Death and taxes, of course. Ben Franklin told us that one. He forgot about the third one, and it's that when JFJ steps into the Hunger Games arena, he doesn't win a title. And it's never a prediction. It's always a spoiler. So you can look me dead in the eyes when I say, as general manager of the AWE, for your challenge at the fight before Christmas? No. Oh, that's hilarious. You all thought that I was gonna say yes to that? JFJ is gonna learn the hard way. When you come at the United States Avery, when you come at the whole squad, I'll accept your challenge, but we're not fighting at the fight before Christmas. That card's already packed. If you want to fight, we'll fight on my terms. When I say so. But just know, you're messing with fire. And when you play with fire, you get burned. So, let me make my picks. First place, I got Miss Maya. Well, she's the quietest one of them all, so I gotta pick Maya. Wholly and sincerely. For second, I'm gonna take Kurokuma. Solely because, you know what, I think the bears are starting to, like, come back into existence for the longest time. They've kind of just been sitting out, not doing much. So I think Kurokuma, I think we're seeing more bears in here. I'm thinking Kurokuma's winning this one. And then lastly, I'm gonna take Miss Mukuro. Mukuro, I believe she's fighting this Friday. I'm pretty sure I have her in a match this Friday, a qualifying match. Will she win it? I don't know, but she's gonna win today. And that's not a prediction. It's it's probably a jinx, so we'll see what happens. Those are my picks. I know that you all have made yours. And without further ado, we had a whole bunch of stuff at the start of this episode, so I think we just gotta get it on the road. In fact, yeah, hold on. Where's Asnir? Get Asnir out here. Yeah, right? Is that you? Asnir, come on. Is that? Asnir. My guy. Asnir, literally. I gotta move the microphone again. Alright, hold on. Let me get it real quick. Alright, we gotta put this down. I don't know. I really gotta start putting it like at a different level just to start. Alright, Asnir. What'd you do to Asner? And where's Randolph? Whatever, we're rolling this bad boy, but how many times are we resimulating? It looks like a grand total of just 3. A grand 3 times. And I look forward to it. As we inch closer and closer to all of the holidays, I do believe it is time. This is a big old stack of Pokemon cards. They were right in the way of my mouse. I gotta move them out of the way. But you know what? I don't have to move out of the way. This resimulation or the horns that are about to sound because we resimulate not 1 time. Not 2 times, but I drank a cup of lemonade. That's good, almost like a 3rd resimulation. Oh, that's tasty. Allow me to get my glasses as we get the show on the road. I've been stalling to start this episode for the longest time. For the longest time. Alright, let's get on there. Alright, get my glasses on. Here, are you ready? I can see clearly now the rain is gone. These aren't. My eyesight's great. I just use these to block the blue light. Let's go ahead. It is time to start this bad boy. And as the tribute stand on their podiums, the horns they not sound. And what are we gonna do? Horn bearers? I don't even need to say it. They already know. Thank you, horn bearers. Thank you. Very fantastic. That being said, we got a show to get on the road. Kizakura begins to bully Seiko relentlessly. We're gonna fight Kizakura. Haiji runs away from the cornucopia. Monodam gets down on one knee and proposes to Izuyue. Before he can give an answer, Shirokuma beheads Monodam with a sword, leaving Izuyue in a state of shock. Shirokuma? You fiend! Ryoma finds the turtle inside the cornucopia, immediately brings it along for the games. Fatsogami comes to the arena to capture a dangerous killer that has escaped from an insane asylum. Taichi and Rantaro agree to kill each other last. Remember this. Remember this. Mukuro can't handle the circumstances and she gets out of this one. Kurokuma runs away from the cornucopia. Sakura breaks Nagisa's nose for a basket of bread. Makoto was spacing out during the dice roll and wonders if it landed on a 1. Chiaki windmills her arms, charges into the arena with her eyes closed, which results in a path of destruction in its wake. Mitarai and Peko are obliterated. A shame. Mitarai, young Mitarai, you gotta do better. Daisaku finds an ocarina in the cornucopia and plays it. Rantaro wanted to kill him for it, but it sounds so delightful. Warms his heart. Rantaro spares Daisaku. Himiko makes a suicide pact with Komaru, Maki, and Maya. While the others are dead, Himiko pretends that she wasn't involved. Himiko, you fiend! Nagito receives a vision of him dying brutally at the hands of Mikon, Chihiro. But as he sees him approaching, he uses his foresight to avoid dying. Hold on a second, I need to actually... Okay. Had to look at the secret achievements real quick. I was like, hold on a minute. Sonia enters a phone booth to make a call. The phone booth starts to rumble violently and launches into space. Toko and Shuichi hide in the cornucopia. I'm sorry, Toko finds Shuichi hiding in the cornucopia, but Shuichi kills Toko. That is the opposite of what I thought that event said. Oh my. Kyoko plays all of the horn bearer instruments at once. She's not musically inclined at all. The horn bearers team up and demolish her. It's that awful. Kyoko, do better. You gotta do better than that. As we proceed, we honestly lost quite a few. And it ain't over yet. For a moment, Izzy thought he saw Junko and Omama? No, that's a lie. And that entity is definitely not in the Rumble. At least I hope not. Ryoma, Haiji, and Daisaku come up with a complicated escape plan. Rantaro rests in a fruit tree. And you know where that fruit... That's probably an apple tree because Taichi slurps that fresh applesauce delightful. Seiko, Kizakura, Nagisa join the Adventurers Guild and are assigned roles based on their stats. Seiko does not take the janitor role, instead she's the knight? And Nagisa, my former employee of the month, is the janitor? Kizakura is the wise and wizard. Makoto's hat matches very well with his giant robot. Oh, it truly does. Kurokuma defeats Shuichi in a fight but spares his life. Chiaki RKO Sakura out of nowhere off of a cliff. Surprisingly, Chiaki survives. She's getting ready for the Rumble as well. Nagito does a school skateboarding trick to amuse Shirokuma. Chiro wonders if Nagito has Nagito insurance, especially after doing that super dope skateboarding move to amuse Shirokuma. Himiko uses Christmas magic to change the month back to December. Fatogami commits a crime and runs away giggling, and Mikon dies trying to escape the arena. Hashtag protect our Mikons. What are we doing? She keeps perishing. We lost quite a few. How many unless there's an arena event? 12. Not for nothing, that is a lot. And I'll tell you just how many it is after this Claire de Lune. 4. Monodam, Mukuro, Mitarai, Peko, Komaru, Maki, Maya, Sonia, Toko, Kyoko, Sakura, Mikon. Well, we lost 12. I don't know what you were expecting me to tell you. Goodness gracious, look at that. The first, like, there's 7 immediately from Danganronpa 1 and Danganronpa 2 combined. 4 from Danganronpa 1 and 3. From Danganronpa 2. V3 lost 1, Ultra Aspergos lost 1, and Danganronpa 3 both lost 2. And we had... Yeah, I was gonna say, we still have 18 people left. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. I expected that day to be a little bit less. But people kind of popped off in the bloodbath. I don't know what to tell you guys. There's 8 more into your saving grace picks already, which feels right-ish. Because this is supposed to be a shorter episode, because next week's gonna be 1 versus 100. And that's gonna be a ton. But it's also an ordeal, and we know ordeal, if there's a climate change remote or an arena event, it could be over in a moment's notice. With this game, we still got some time to let it marinate a little bit. Who's gonna be marinating? Who's gonna be the silentest of them all? Who's gonna have these silent nights? Let's proceed to night 1. As Makoto loves Rantaro as much as Maki loves Kokichi. I didn't realize there was such a deep-seated hatred there. Kizukura finds a big red button, they decide to leave it be. Chiaki fires a truth bullet at Kurakuma, it exposes his lies. Shuichi gets a hold of my soundboard with it within the hour you're struck down for playing copyrighted music. Shuichi. Am I disappointed? Yeah. That's about it. I'm just disappointed in you. Fatogami cuts off both of Shirakuma's arms. That's okay, he's a robotic bear. Thinking quickly, Nagisa constructs a homemade gun, using only some string, a squirrel, and a gun. Seiko dies from hunger. Rest in peace, my janitor. Nagito. Oh my goodness. Burns down Evie's wares and despairs? Luckily, I have Nagito insurance. He swears it was an accident. Izzy says he saw the whole thing and he burned it down deliberately. Well, Izzy, I'm gonna say it was an accident, but I'll tell you guys legit. I paid Nagito to burn it down. I'm cashing that insurance. Oh, it's true. Haha. Taichi, Ryoma, Daisaku look for more people to become friends with. Shiro submits an application to join the squad. Himiko helps him mail the application to Evie. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, Chihiro. I didn't know you disliked Sayaka that much. Haiji also submits an application to join the squad. Nobody helps him mail it, as it should be. We'll proceed to the next day, and day 2 begins with Ryoma asking if he get into the World Pancake Championship match. Now look here, Ryoma. You're already in this match, so I mean, I guess I have to say yes, but like, yeah, you can. You're in the match, but like, yes, you don't have to ask me again. You want me to take you out? Cause I can do that. That's the thing I can do. Entourage. Chiaki, Fatogami, Taichi, and Nagisa make up the Alpha Team. Chiaki's a confident yet dorky leader. She is pretty dorky. Fatogami is the explosives expert who doesn't think before he speaks. Taichi's the transportation expert who thinks he knows better, and Nagisa's the sharpshooter who thinks that sarcasm is a personality trait. Makoto searches for firewood. Rantaro does a sick kickflip, but fails the landing, falls flat on his face. Nagito convinces Izuyoi not to kill him, only to kill him instead. Shirakuma takes out the champion with his own weapon, the title belt, and 0 arms. Kurakuma receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Shuichi taints Daisaku's food, killing him. No, not like this. Haiji tends to Kizukura's wounds, and Himiko reminisces about the year of the aviator. Me too sometimes, Himiko, me too sometimes. Let's proceed. We lost just 4. See, this is what I expected. We're down to 14. I expected more like 4 to 6, but then we started with 12, and I was like, huh? That being said, it is indeed a Claire de Lune 4. Seiko, Izuyoi, Chihiro, Daisaku. But it ain't over yet. But I will go and say, I think Makoto's the last person standing for Danganronpa 1. Yeah, they're struggling. Makoto, good luck to you. Danganronpa 2 still has Fat Togami, Chiaki, and Nagito. Ultra Spirit Girls are still holding out strong. They lost their protagonist, but they got Kurokuma, Shirokuma, Haiji Taichi, I'm sorry, Dr. Taichi, the Doctor, and Nagisa, my former employee of the month, Rantaro, Ryoma, Shuichi, and Himiko remain for V3. However, Danganronpa 3 is also struggling. They're just down to Kizakura. What an amazing game this would be if it came down to just Makoto and Kizakura as your final two. However, that's not in my hands. It's in RNG's. I'm just imagining, because Mahiru said G's all the time, I'm just imagining RNG's. I don't know why that popped in my head. It made me laugh. It gave me the giggles. We'll proceed though. It is night 2, and Nagisa starts a dance party. He's like, you can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. He's a dancing queen. Ryoma, Fat Togami, and Shuichi join. It was a good time had by all. Nagito puts his trust in Taichi and allows himself to fall backwards. Taichi catches him because you know what? He's the Doctor. He'd never let you go. Nagito says to Taichi they trust Taichi with his whole life. Haiji, Makoto, and Himiko tell each other their pet peeves. Rantaro adopts Shirokuma as his child. Who would have thunk? Chiaki finds a sleeping Kizakura on the ground, raises her hand to the sky, waves it in front of her face before dusting off her shoulder, falling, and punching Kizakura right in the face. Chiaki hits that 5-knuckle shuffle. Kurokuma stays awake all night, and actually, we had a very peaceful night. A silent night, if you will. We'll proceed once again, and we will see. Is this? No, it's not entirely. Yeah, no, it starts like a silent day and ends with a bloody night. Rantaro, when Kizakura splinters for a search for resources, Makoto made a tier list of all of the other tributes. Taichi is S rank, because he's the Doctor. That's dang right. Ryoma's A rank, Chiaki C rank, because you know, C for Chiaki. Himiko's failing because she slept through the exam, and Haiji didn't even make the list. Shuichi and Shirokuma engage in an Agni Kai. Shuichi wins, leaving Shirokuma completely incinerated. Nagisa, Nagito, and Kurokuma find the Triforce, but before they can distribute the powers of the Triforce to each other, Fat Togami kills everyone and takes the Triforce for himself. Fat Togami is the strongest of them all. That being said, we are definitely within saving Grace Pick's range after these 4. We're down to just 10. Hit it up for him, a Claire de Lune, 4. Shirokuma, Nagisa, Nagito, Kurokuma. Well, that's a very bad round for Ultra Spirit Girls, and Danganronpa 2 has lost one more soul as we see everybody's statuses. Every team still has one person in, but V3 is still going very, very strong. So strong that as we make yours, I, double check because I'm pretty sure it's exactly 10. Yes, there are exactly 10 left. And you know what that means? Your picks might not have done so well. In fact, your picks might have been borderline dreadful. But that's okay, isn't it? Why is that okay? Well, let me tell you why. Because you have the opportunity to make some new picks. I'll afford you some new picks. I'll afford you some Saving Grace picks. It is Saving Grace picks time. Within your final 10, you are able to make some brand new picks, first, second, and third, from just these remaining tributes. And those tributes, Makoto, the ultimate lucky boy, is here. Fat Togami as well as Chiaki both stand proudly from Danganronpa 2. Ultra Spirit Girls is now just down to the Dr. Taichi and Haiji trying to win on the Silent Night. V3 is going strong. They got Rantaro, Ryoma, Shuichi, and Himiko. That being said, they have the Wish King. They have Ryoma of the Entourage. They have Duel Master Shuichi, don't forget about him. And Himiko, who original hashtag justice for Himiko, never forget. And then we have Kizakura. He's here for Danganronpa 3. He's the last person remaining, the last person standing. So let me ask you, who do you got? First, second, third. Make them in the comments right now. I'm gonna make mine as well, because, my picks didn't do so well. Give me first place, the Wish King, When you wish upon a star on a silent night, you better believe it's coming true. And Rantaro's taking the victory to prove it. He's got the double of Hoge. He's gonna win this whole thing. Second, I gotta take Chiaki. I think she's training for the Rumble. And you know what? I think that training is about to pay off today. And for third, I'm gonna take the Ultimate Lucky. Boy! He's got this win. Makoto, more power to you. I believe in you. That being said, my picks have been made. I know you've already made yours. Comments, you guys are on point with those comments. You probably had them in mind as soon as I said Claire de Lune 4, so I don't need to stall, I don't need to dilly, I don't need to dally, I just need to say them Makoto, Batogami, Chiaki, Taichi, the Doctor, Haiji, Rantaro, Ryoma, Shuichi, Himiko, and Kizakura all stand here, stand tall, stand proudly with the same determination, the same pulse, and perhaps even the same fate as that of a samurai woman. Shall we? Let's go ahead. Let's do it. 10 left, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a feast here, so we're probably gonna be well within 5 after. Night through begins as Haiji submits another application joining the squad. Himiko, who hoped someone submit an application earlier, rips it up, tears it up. She's like, "You're no Chihiro," tosses it to the ground. Kizakura gets hold of my soundboard. Unfortunately, before he can use it, get out of here, Kizakura. Get out of here. Trying to use, stealing my soundboard? Oh, that ain't okay. Be gone. Batogami and Makoto discuss if that big stone is a boulder or a rock. Taichi also gets a hold of my soundboard, is struck down for using copyrighted music. Rantaro's reflection distorts to show him his true self as he pleads with what he sees. Ryoma is trying to portray the entourage after the challenge that was made earlier. You know what? I don't blame you, Ryoma. Chiaki helps mail the application to your boy Avi. Shuichi has no weaknesses. I don't know, we're about to find out if you do. Let's proceed and see if he does at the feast. He has weaknesses. The cornucopias replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Haiji severely slices Chiaki with a sword. Himiko yeets the Wish King off of a cliff during a knife fight. Ryoma, Batogami, and Taichi get into a fight, but Batogami triumphantly takes them both out of this, and Shuichi tries to convince Makoto that his steamed hams are homemade. Makoto does not buy this, so Shuichi takes out Makoto. I'm wrong, Shuichi still has no weaknesses. No weaknesses. Apparently, maybe he's been dueling right. His duels are going his way nowadays. We'll proceed once again because we still have a day to get through. And they all live. Shuichi and I, we go, way back. We don't go way back, but we go way back. Haiji shares his pancakes with Himiko. Is this man's turning over a new leaf? Perhaps he is. Haiji, I support you turning over a new leaf. Sharing pancakes? I have to commend you for that. Head on to the World Pancake Championship match. Maybe after Himiko tore up his application, he was like, man, I feel bad about this. Have I been making people feel bad all of this time? And nowadays, he's like, you know what? Maybe I need to start with some kindness. Gives Himiko some pancakes, and now they're kind of just vibing out. Batogami finds a bikini, puts it on. It's revealing, but that's the wrong simulator. Oh, well, I'll let it slide. We are down to Shuichi, Haiji, Himiko, and Bato. Ho, ho, ho! 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 No, we're down to nobody. I'm forcing the tributes to help set up for AV Mania. And let me tell you, it ends in a moment's notice, because I'll tell you what, setting up for AV Mania is dangerous. As Haiji and Himiko are walking the the ring ropes like tight ropes, Shuichi bounces against the ropes, causing them both to fall, breaking their necks. Fatsugami then falls from atop the Titantron, and he does not survive the fall, and you know what that means. Yo, I cannot wait for AV Mania 2. I cannot, because this music, it was a great pick. I love it. It's so, That's why the AV Mania one is still here instead of the Fight Before Christmas one. Eventually the Fight Before Christmas one is gonna be in here too, and I'm like, just, I'm gonna miss I miss this song already, but hey, Every day is a day closer to AV Mania, and technically the fight before Christmas, but this, this match is over, actually. 9 people perished! It's the one and only terrible turn about this episode for Kizakura, Chiaki, Rantaro, Shuichi, Taichi, Makoto, Haiji, Himiko, Fat Togami, which means for the first time in a long time, we got one man's left, and that man's was in the ring, and he had himself a duel. I don't have to ask you, who will it be? Instead, I can just say that your winner is enjoying a silent night. The silence are the other competitors lying lifeless around him. He stands tall amongst the bodies as they hit the floor. And your winner, and moving on to the singles finale, Shuichi finally claims another win. Shuichi, you were very close some other time this season, and I remember it wholeheartedly, so you know what? I am glad. I am proud of you that you picked up your second win. You got it! And who knows, you might even go on to win that championship. I'm looking forward, Shuichi. Good luck to you. We'll proceed one more again, and yeah, there we go. He had 5 KOs, Fatsugami also had 5, and Himiko had 4. Haiji in 4th place had 1, Makoto in 5th, Taichi 6th, Ryoma 7th, Rantaro 8th, Chiaki 9th, and rounding off your top 10 was Kizakura. All 9 of them perished. In a moment's notice, Shuichi took that victory. Sudden endings, you would expect Fat Togami to take it in that Final 4, but Shuichi said it's my time to be one more time. It's my time to be again. There's no chance unless you take one at a time to see the brighter side. And the brighter side is this singles bracket. Shuichi. No secret achievements yet, and we still have, what, like 4 to hit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to hit. 5. One of them will, not for nothing, one will definitely hit. There's a good chance 2 more of them could hit in the 1 versus 100 match. All of them can hit. In that big 1 versus 100 match, all of them potentially could hit. Will they hit is a different question. That's a whole different story. That being said, we're gonna find out soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are prepared. As we scroll through the rest of these people, these homies, these peeps, look at them all from top to bottom. They all made it this far. Monodam in last. Don't forget about that. Poor Monodam. This is only 30 people? Yeah, I guess it was only 30 people. Congratulations. This is gonna be a shorter episode because fight before Christmas, but then again, it wasn't that short of an episode because the first, like, 10 to 15 minutes of this episode, shenanigans. Fight before Christmas shenanigans, me getting an open challenge, to which I deny at the fight before Christmas. That's already planned out. JFJ is playing with fire. Remember that verbiage, you guys. Remember that verbiage. That's, say certain words for a reason. You know what? And you know, it's entirely my fault. I just had it hit me like a wall of bricks. That recently I was hanging out in the Discord and I was like, now hold on. Every time I use italics, you don't have to pay attention to every word that I'm saying. I'm not like up down something every time. And then here I am, admittedly up to something, saying, heed my words, man. I'm a mixed bag. I'm sorry, you guys. I guess pay attention to everything. Monodam was in last. Rest in peace to him. Everyone knows Shuichi took the victory this time. Congratulations to him. Fatsugami and Shuichi both had 5 KOs, Himiko with 4, Chiaki with 3, Shirakuma with 2, Haiji and Nagito both with 1. We'll go back to the reaping, and I will say with certainty the tag team action is tomorrow for the last time in Orteal action. Until then, and this Sunday in Orteal action, we return to OC tag team episode, before the free-for-all episode next Sunday. I hope you guys are ready for it. Until then, United States Savior taking off, Toon Link, Dave, Bravo, Anomaly, the Anomalacars, and Dave. And United States Savior taking off. One more again, Toodaloo. Flight crew. Anything else? Anything else? Do I expect any fight before Christmas announcements tomorrow? I'm gonna say probably and or maybe. I'm not sure yet, but there might be one. That being said, there will definitely be a countdown to Christmas tomorrow, so you might see something there too. I'm excited for it. I know that you guys are too. Until then, toodaloo, flight crew. Thanks for watching.